Welcome back to Astro Drip. What are we doing today,
Okay,
Megan?
so today we getting real Saturn-esque and we talking about rules today. And I don't want to be boring and I don't want to be that person that is like trying to restrict you from doing things, but I do think there are some guidelines and there's some rules that if you follow, you won't have such a tumultuous time like I did while you're studying, There's a
Mhm.
few key things that if you remember, the journey could be a little smoother. You feel me? So also feel free to stop me at any time if you want to add something in there, okay?
Gotcha.
All right. So first things first, something you've heard me say already, if you've been watching our videos, I hope you have, is you are not your birth chart. Your birth chart is not your fate. It is your planets that you were born with. It is your presets. It is you before you alter, grow, and change. Okay. So I'm not by any means, Tiffany's not by any means trying to reduce you to your
Mhm.
baby state.
Right.
You have grown from these placements. These are just the presets that you are, the lemons that you were dealt before you get to squeeze it. Okay.
Facts.
So basically, what I'm saying is if you read something that doesn't resonate to you or used to be you, that ain't you no more.
It don't
Don't let
apply.
it trigger you. Don't let it trigger you. Don't spend all this time, being upset over it or feeling like it's something that you're always going to deal with. There are very few placements in the birth chart that are eternal, you
Right.
know. So for the most part, you have even with those placements, you and your choices and the things that you decide to do and help yourself cope and heal and deal, that's for you. It's personal to you and your experience, and it is not by any means going to be determined by something I say to you.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. And
I
I
have
mean,
to, I'm probably say what now?
I mean, the whole thing is just for self-awareness anyway, you know?
Right,
So, I
right. We're
mean,
not Miss Cleo.
yeah, it's
This
just,
isn't that.
yeah, it's really like a blueprint, pretty much. It's just like, okay, I remember back in the day, I used to act like this sassy ass, Leo, but now I'm a more mature Leo. You feel me? I see where I
Right.
fell
I'm a
off at.
lioness. Shit.
Yes. Wow.
Right. Fucking
Type
dead.
of shit.
No, but for real, exactly that. It's just a guideline. It's nothing that a lot of people feel like we are imposing our ideas and telling them who they are, and no one can tell you who you are.
Right. You only know
Only
that.
you. Sometimes you can't even tell yourself who you are. All right,
Period.
nigga. So
Especially if you
like,
got 12 pounds placement.
exactly, exactly. Yeah. So I just want to be sure to make that clear. And I'm going to say it again. You're going to get tired of me saying that. But whenever it starts to feel too fatey, where it feels like I'm telling you, you don't have no options, that's
Mhm.
not true. You always have an option. You always have a decision. It is always up to you. Okay.
Right. Right.
Moving forward. So the second one is going to be never isolate one aspect or placement and run with it. I see this all of the time with new astrologers. They start learning all of these different things and they get
Hmm.
super excited. And so as they're studying, as they're learning other people's charts, they see this one thing that they saw somewhere else, and then instantly, that's a horrible person. He's a rapist. Don't talk to him. Like it's just like, and we can't do that. We can't do that. One aspect or one placement can play out in hundreds of different ways. That's why
Period.
we're studying this shit. That's why it's not something you learn overnight.
And that's why it's 12 different signs. Because everybody don't have the same type of zodiac energy with these aspects. So that's another thing. And you can't, a lot of these motherfuckers, you can't, what they tell you is probably like 10% of what that aspect can do or some shit like that. You feel me? And it depends on what zodiac that is. So you really gotta do your own research with that.
It also depends on your chart, the
Right.
person in hand. Because if you have a lot of Mercury planets and then somebody comes at you with a bunch of Pluto, you're going to respond to it. You're going to respond to it a lot. Like I said, all this Mercury in your chart, and then somebody hits you with a bunch of Pluto, possessive, obsessive shit that don't make sense.
Right.
You're going to react and respond in a more rebellious way than, say, somebody who's full of Pisces. Or,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Then they
So
gonna see
you
the
have
deeper side.
exactly. There's going to be a lot of different things that that play into how some shit plays out. You know what I mean? So one aspect can tell you nothing, honestly. There's always gonna, unless there's only one aspect. Like now in this case, because there's exceptions to this rule too.
To my main theme.
Right. Main theme, and then also if let's say like how I only have one Mars placement, right? But my Mars.
Me too.
Exactly.
Wow.
But my Mars is also falling in my 8th house, right? Which is at home there.
Mm-hmm.
And then my Mars is aspected a lot. So even though I only have that one fire sign and
I'm thinking the aspect. I only have one Mars aspect.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's like trying to conjunct my Venus or something like that.
We're gonna look into that. I want to look into that. That's interesting. We put it up. We're gonna talk about that. But my Mars is aspected like 13 times, right? So it adds, right? It adds a little bit, right? Yeah. This is why I block people sporadically. This is why, because my Mars has already been through so much. So it's like,
then my shit don't be that petty then when I be blocking motherfuckers then.
Right. Yours is more about peace than it is about anything.
Yes, because boy.
Mine is, I don't want to stab you to death.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Yes. So I'm going to never speak to you again. So I don't pull up at your job and cause some problems tonight. So
done.
So like, yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's like if for that rule, that is the one rule, 2 exceptions. Is if that aspect is the main theme at like a 0 degree, it is something you're gonna see pop up a lot. And then also if let's say this is the only time that something's been aspected, then yes.
Yeah.
Aspect does matter because it is isolated in said sense, right? But it still doesn't define the whole chart. It's still something that's a part of a bigger picture. You feel me?
I got you.
So
okay, I'm about to lie because I see Mars sextile MC. It's one, but I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna show it to you because I talked about it the other day. But anyway, go ahead.
Number 3. Know when to draw the line or when to only take what resonates. So this basically goes back up to the first one, which is this is about you. Okay. So if you're reading something like earlier when we were looking at these transits and it was something about like your transits for tomorrow and you were like, nah, bitch, I'm still going. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, like don't let this fear monger you into not doing something.
You know, I'm gonna do, you already know the Aquarius in me, like, bitch.
But I'm saying for the Libras out there, for the heavy Libra placed or the heavy Geminis out there that have a hard time really honing in and breaking down and making that decision. You know what I mean? And then they go read something and they're like, oh, well, fuck, maybe I shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no. This is for them. Do not let anything that doesn't resonate with your goals and your dreams apply to your shit.
Do you hear me?
If it doesn't resonate, get it the fuck out of there, okay? Your intuition is strong. If you are here, if you have clicked on this video and you have made it this far into it, you are intuitive and you know that the shit we're saying is real and it's legit. So with that being said, if you have a goal, you have a dream, you have something you want to do, and you read a negative transit, do not let that crumble your fucking world, okay? Do not let that tell you that what you want to do is not going to be doable, okay? I'm not telling you not to listen to the red flags.
No, not that.
Listen to them too.
You know that you can work through that energy in any way, shape, or form.
What we're doing is not trying to stop you. We're not trying to be the ones that tell you to stay locked up in your house all day because of what's happening outside. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is we're giving you the tools on how to work with these energies so that you don't fumble the bag, okay?
Period.
Do not, by any means, stop yourself because of something you read, okay? Because that's some bullshit, all right?
Especially if it was just one source.
Right. And matter of fact, is that on the list? Because I think it is. Number 4.
Oh, okay.
Never use just one website. Never just use just one source. Never just go to just one person. Always have, because if it's real and it resonates, you'll have confirmation. The universe loves confirmation. Okay. The universe loves to give you yep, that's what I meant.
That's you, right.
Keep going, boo. The universe loves to do that. So If we say something and then you go and you click on your pattern app or your co-star app or your transit app, I don't really like co-star either, but I'm trying to
I mean, cool, co-star.
Anyway, but like if that's what you're on and that's what you're doing, and you know you hear one thing from us and then you click on something else and you hear it again, you start hearing those same words again, it's starting to click and you getting your confirmation. That's your green light.
Period.
Keep going, you know what I mean? So but also too, that's the same thing in the opposite direction. You'll know when a red flag is something you need to listen to because you feel it. You'll feel it. Stop short, and it'll just be like, maybe I need to look at that again. Let me read this again.
Over and over.
Exactly. Realize that those feelings are not there just for fun. They are there to
guide know it,
warn you, and help you for real. So there's going to be a video very soon that we're going to put up that's going to have all of the favorite websites that we like to use. These are by all means not the only ones you can use. If you find one that you want to share with us, we would love for you to share it with us. Tell us why. You know, learning is great. We all like to, you know, to learn something new, find a new site. It's all about self-growth. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely feel like the larger of a database that we all have and we can all come together and share resources, the better we all get. Smarter we all are, more intertwined we all are,
the more aware we are.
Exactly.
Especially of the energies that we fucking with these transits and shit.
Fuck ass transits.
Yeah, come back. Fucking Saturn right now.
The next one is study your chart daily. So I know that daily is a lot for motherfuckers who have a lot going on, but you realistically scroll on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all these other bullshit sites. You aimlessly are scrolling for hours, sometimes even. Like people are glued to their phones. So you have all this screen time. You have 5 minutes to pull up your transits. You have 5 minutes to go look at your birth chart. You have those minutes to stop for a second and just
screenshot that shit.
Exactly.
And put it in your favorites.
Put it on the back on your fucking lock screen until you learn it. You know what I mean? And we're just talking about your inner planets. I'm not telling you to get it tatted on you or anything like that. You know what I mean? Hey, if you want to, unless you want to, it's your work.
I think I do.
But like, I definitely just feel like people don't. That I feel like you read your birth chart one time, you get caught up in it for 3 days, you think you know everything, and then you let it go, and then you forget 70% of what you heard the first time. It's something that needs to be studied daily. There's 12 fucking zodiac signs, okay? There's 12, and you don't need to just know yours, because you also need to know the energies of other people and how you react with them.
Exactly.
So it's something to be studied. And if you are not going to dedicate the time to study it, you need to have a professional help you. Don't just assume that you know what the fuck's going on. You need to get a professional. You need to get someone to help you read it.
That's how you get lost in the sauce.
Exactly. Or get taken advantage of.
Yes. Deceived, manipulated in all type of ways. So yeah, get you some help.
Exactly. Learn yourself, know yourself, here. But then also know the tools to help you learn other people as well.
It ain't nothing to make some flashcards or some shit. If you know what I'm saying, if you really like dedicated to it, you can make you some flashcards and look at them bitches daily, and you'll be alright. You'll be alright.
What's that website that you can make flashcards out of on the internet?
Is it flashcards.com or flash.com or study.com, some shit like that?
Something.
I had to. We can look for it.
Do that online for free.
I had to look it up. I know what you're talking about though. I just can't think of the real name of it.
Yeah, it's a catchy little thing, I think.
Let me see.
But that's besides the point. Number 6. Okay. Number 6 is going to be never stop studying. Reason why I say that is
Quizlet. Sorry.
I knew it was catchy.
Quizlet. Sorry.
I knew it was catchy because I was on it one time and I was at work and I was like, Christy, I'm gonna make a Quizlet. She was like, you're such a nerd. so yeah. Never stop studying simply because it's always something that you're gonna see That's different. That's why I'm telling you to look at your chart
Mm-hmm.
every day or every other day, frequently, as often as you can. Check your chart. I've been studying this shit for over, fuck, how
12,
long?
13 years.
Fuck.
Probably a little longer than that.
Yeah, but I think about 17.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Yeah, because I started
long
at 11. So
ass
about
time.
17, 18 years, every fucking time I look at my chart, I see something different. Y'all, you hopefully if you're doing this shit right, your mind is evolving and growing every single day. So
Mm-hmm.
every time you go through a life experience, you're gonna look at that chart and you're gonna see something different. So that's why you need to keep studying, even keep studying your synastry charts. If you have ongoing long-term relationships in your life that you want to keep and you want them to
Right.
blossom, study everyone, study everything. You know what I mean? Like no one person is going to be the same forever. So there's astrology is there to help you with all of that. There's so many different ways. There's progress charts, there's synastry charts, there's geographic charts, there's charts for when you're starting a business. There's all kinds of shit that you can do, with astrology. So that's what I'm saying. Never just become docile and just feel like you learning your birth chart is enough, because it's not. It's not.
It's
Not if
it's something you should master though. Yeah.
right. Right.
But
And I
like we
also
said.
I get that this may not be for everyone.
Right. Right.
Some of this is over someone's head. Some of this can be like too much analytical, mathematical shit.
Mm-hmm.
All of this occult shit goes hand in hand. Tarot reading,
All of it.
all of that shit goes hand in hand. So find what speaks to you. If this is too much for you, then I completely understand, because it is a lot. But if this is something that's intriguing, I just don't want you to come into the game thinking that it's just this small little chunk of these 12 little signs, and that's
The
all.
lies they've been telling y'all.
Seriously. If you knew how deep this shit ran, guys. And also, I want to later, I'm gonna have a little segment
Mm-hmm.
where I share the different movies that made all of these millions and the casts,
Oh yeah.
and the chemistry between everybody. Astrology is around and made it this long for a freaking reason. Okay. There's many
The
practices.
planets in
We don't
general.
wash our asses outside no more, right? Because we got running water. We don't do that shit no more. There's a lot of things that people could use nowadays that could have been evolved if it wasn't for astrology. You know what I mean? We don't need anything to be created, because we already have a system that's centuries old that's been motherfucking working. So like literally, like I really feel like just I'm gonna always be an advocate for you studying this shit as much as you can.
Definitely.
You surprise what you will come across watching and looking at your chart every day. And then also in that same breath, I'm gonna contradict myself. If you feel like you need a break from it, take it. Take the break. Because sometimes it can be overwhelming. Sometimes you do become envious of other people's birth charts. Sometimes you become frustrated with the shit in the hand you were dealt. And sometimes you do need a break and you do need to come back. Sometimes you do need to take a week and come back. But what I'm saying is, it's like a relationship you don't want to give up on. Take a break, have space, but don't give up on it. It's not something that you should treat lightly. You know what I mean? It's something that you should definitely come back to over and over and over and over again. For real. You will see something different every single time. I promise. If you name a time that you come back to your chart and you don't see anything different, I dare you to challenge me on this. I want you to come back and say, I ain't see shit new this time, and I'm gonna show it to you. So I'll just go ahead and like, we need that energy. I need for the world to know how important that is, because people just
get too comfortable.
They get way too comfortable. They think they know this and that, and then they just let it go. And no.
And then still don't even get the whole concept of what they just read.
Exactly. Read for comprehension. Don't just read to read. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you're not gaining nothing.
Exactly. Sometimes I get that because we know that a lot of people start astrology for synastry, for the interest that they have of another person. I get it.
Which is dope as fuck, but
I get that. The universe may have used that person to bring you here so that you can get on this self-discovery mission. But what I want people to understand is learning yourself first is going to be the priority here. You're going to want to study your own chart.
That's the bad.
You know what? And that's hell, nigga. Even if you ain't studying birth chart, that's regular. You need to know your fucking self before you be trying to bond and morph
do other shit.
Right. You know what I mean? Because
you're going to be lost in the sauce.
As fuck. You looking at this energy chart and you're seeing the energies that y'all have, and you're reading about all this shit, but you don't fully know yourself, so you don't fully know how you're going to respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how this could traumatize you, affect you in the future. You know what I mean? So I get it. I love the excitement. That's it. My is in Gemini. Don't play with me. I love to get excited about a synergy chart and go dive deep into all of his shit and just be
lost. Dope.
You know
it's dope.
I mean? It's fun. It is. I get it. And I always want the fun nature of astrology to be there. But I'm saying, though, I have to stress the importance of you learning it for yourself.
Mm-hmm. And exercising that on a daily basis.
Exactly. If you're going to hold what you're reading in these synastry charts to any type of standard, and you're going to hold it to any type of like value in your heart, and you're really going to hold it there, then you got to know yourself first. For sure. It's a prerequisite to that synastry shit, you know? And then you got something that you want to add in on?
Yeah, because I mean, basically this is just self-discovery, but you can't always find yourself in another person. Because like you say, y'all can have the same type of energy, but in different, how can I say this? In different, it plays out in different ways.
Right, because y'all got different motives.
Exactly. And if you don't know your mind, that's like when you pointed out to me in synastry, I don't know why people don't look at Mercury, because that's how you communicate. If y'all can't communicate or whatever,
and you don't care how much love there is.
Right. If you fucking up with how you communicate, they okay, but you not. You don't know yourself. You don't know how to talk to this person or whatever the case may be. You fucking it up for yourself. So that's why you need to know yourself and know how you can work on yourself to communicate better in your relationships. That's why your shit keep falling apart. Maybe you ain't talking to these motherfuckers the right way. Or maybe you're not applying it the right way.
You don't know or understand what you need, because that's something that you'll figure it out as you're learning yourself. Your partner has to know how to love you, and if you don't know how you need to be loved,
then what they gonna do? Besides look at you
all over, just question marks, because like,
and then it's gonna turn into some toxic ass energy, because it's like y'all gonna be running around in circles trying to please each other, and people gonna be getting mad, and it's a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Manifesting in like that's that toxic shit right there. And that's why a lot of couples be fucking up at. They don't know how to talk to each other, and they don't know how to, first off, they don't know how to love themselves. So therefore, loving yourself is the foundation. How you gonna love somebody else and can't even love your damn self? Don't even, like you say, don't even know your motherfucking self.
Exactly.
So yeah. Or what you're good at and what you're not good at. If you're not good at communicating, you need to, you talk to you. Listen, I'm not good at communication. Can you teach me or whatever? It don't matter what the fuck it is. It's self-expression. People can help you, but you have to be willing to know your downfalls, know what you're not good at, know where you fall short at. And if you jumping in the synastry, trying to see how good this relationship's gonna be and this, that, and the other, and you fucking it up, or they fucking it up because somebody's immature in some area or unevolved in whatever planetary energy or zodiac energy or whatever the case may be. But that's why we say the basis is using that shit for your fucking self.
Yeah.
And that's just the bottom fucking line. Because Stone Cold said so. He did. He said it one time. I had to find a clip.
I think the main thing for me, when this is just me speaking personally, as I started to dive deeper into astrology without the synastry, because I am one of y'all. I am one of them. I started off with a nigga obsessed, and I needed to know. You know what I mean? So once I separated that, got my feelings hurt, because it's bound to happen.
Right, of course.
Oh my God, bound to happen if you don't know yourself and you on this journey, and So after I separated it, and I'm now just looking at it just solely for me, right? I think the thing that I was starting to realize is what I actually wanted.
Right.
You know what I mean? I started to see like all of these different parts of me that come together, and you start to see this picture of things, and you start to be able to form your vision a little bit better. Which makes it more attainable, because once you can see it, you can have
You
it.
can achieve that bitch.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that you just have to want it more. You have to want to know yourself more than you want to know this nigga or girl, because
Yeah.
I've seen dudes too.
And
So
just don't, just don't let that shit drive you crazy. Cause I know I get to the points where I'm knee deep in these books and shit, and it's like you need, like you said, if you need a break, fucking take a break. Cause that shit would drive you crazy. Just like anything else that you indulge in, that's you doing it too much or whatever. So just be cautious of obsessing over this shit. Cause then you definitely not gonna get anywhere. Cause you're not gonna be learning shit. Cause you always gonna be trying to seek a definite answer for some shit. When at the end of the day, you're supposed to be pulling all this shit together and forming your vision.
exactly. And also, just feeding off of what you just said, I'm gonna add another rule in here. I personally feel like when it comes down to this obsessive shit, life is not meant to be predicted. Okay. So this reading about the synastry and the, because let me find a Pluto square Mars transit, I'm gonna be all over Tumblr trying to see what these hoes had to say about the sex and what it was like, and ooh, you're fantasizing. You're fantasizing about energies, not about the person that you're actually encountering.
Right.
You're projecting your fantasies onto them, and you're creating a what's it called? A bar that's really high for someone that you don't know.
Them expectations, boy, they're
That's what it is. Expectations. There you go.
chill.
You don't want to do that, because you don't want anyone to do that to you.
Yeah.
When we start talking about Neptune, you're gonna see a lot of that. You're gonna see quite a bit of that. A lot of projection, a lot of them putting their image of what you are and holding you to that. You know what I mean? So that's not what you want. That is not love, and it ain't fair to either party. So you don't want to start any relationship out fresh out the gate with that mindset. You know, you want to see the energies that are there. You want to see what's possible. You want to pay attention to any red flags, but synastry is not something that's there to tell you, oh, you shouldn't talk to that person, or oh, you should. It is just to show you presets. It's just there to give you a guideline, you know?
Point blank.
Like when you open up what's a good example? When you get a brand new computer or you get a new phone, they give you instructions on how to use it, but you use it for what the fuck you want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Perfect.
They tell you what you can do with it. You do what the fuck you want, though. Okay? That's how you should see astrology, a tool that is very versatile and can be used however the fuck you want it to be. So your life is not meant to be predicted. It's meant to be lived and experienced. Okay. So with that being said, the last and final rule is trust the process.
Pretty please.
It's going to seem like at times these planets are trying to kill you. Like it is going to dead ass feel like Mars, Saturn, and motherfucking Pluto have come together and a back alley and told you what was up, shook you the fuck down. like how it's gonna feel. It's gonna straight up feel like this is the fucking end. Tap me out. Like
period.
Trust the process. Those ugly, raw, disgusting moments where you feel like your heart is being peeled clean.
Right now, because Saturn on my ass. Listen. But I'm trusting the process.
Trust the process. It is for your own good on everything. those, man, pressure bust pipes or make diamonds.
So what you
One
gonna
or
do?
the other. One or
What you
the
gonna
other.
do?
You gotta decide what path you want to take. None of this shit was promised to be easy. Nobody ever said, "Oh, if you follow astrology, everything is gonna be great." Like, not what we said. Okay, no spiritual journey, no journey of any kind is easy, because they wouldn't call it a journey. They would call it a leisure trip.
Okay.
You know what I mean? This is a journey for a reason, because you got to pack your shit and you got to go a long way and you got to go through some shit while you're going. Okay, it's a journey. All right, it's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be simple. So trust the process. Those ups and downs, they're there for a reason. Those breakups, those things that don't make any sense at the time, it's all there for a reason. Even if it's the smallest, most minute thing to just teach you to be more patient. It's all for a reason. All of it.
The
Okay.
smallest shit.
The smallest shit. And the reason why I'm saying trust the process is because you are entitled to the way that you feel. The way that you feel is vital for you to keep growing. You have to feel the emotions. You have to do those things. So trust the process. Feel how you feel. Think what you think. Grow. Do whatever it takes for you to shake this shit off and grow.
That's literally all astrology is teaching you. Is self-awareness, learning, building on what you learn to grow and be a better version of you. Period. Nothing more, nothing less. And just to have a good experience too, your own unique experience. So don't don't be comparing your chart to everybody else's chart. Just keep your eyes on your chart, unless you're doing synastry, then I understand. But keep your eyes on your chart and your self-development, okay? And you'll be all right. It's gonna be tough, but you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Show enough. Listen.